job am I going to have? And it's all kind of, this is your physical attainment, is like most people, and this is why I put them into 3 different lines, because most people don't get past this part.
What?
They're stuck in the chariot, and they're like okay with just experiencing their physical world, but they're not ready to look inside and to go beyond that.
Wow.
But if you have strength enough to go inside, and this is where the hermit comes in, because it's a withdrawal from society.
Oh my gosh.
So you have to go inward in order to dive deeper and experience, like, this is all about transcendence, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like taking your soul from when you're born and then learning truth and experiencing both the magician and the high priestess in unity. And the hermit is also about finding a teacher. So a lot of times it can mean finding a spirit guide or an actual teacher that can help you as you move forward in your ascension. And so then the Wheel of Fortune is a reminder that life, it has ups and downs. And so, you could be on top at one point, but then the next you're at the bottom again. And so that's why whenever this comes up for a day, it's like a wild day. Anything could happen. And usually crazy, unexpected things happen on this day.
Oh, wow.
So then you go to Justice, and this is all about, it's kind of like, look, you realizing that things might not go your way, and the problems that we come across are actually here to teach us. And there's nothing we can really do about that. So it's kind of like, up until this point, you might be fighting against your own reality. And the lessons that you learn, you might have resistance towards.
Yeah.
But then the Hanged Man here, this is the point where you let it go.
Wow.
And you're like, you can truly, let all of this resentment, that's built up between the Wheel of Fortune and Justice, and you're just like fighting against reality. Finally, you let that all go, and this allows you to see the world in a different perspective.
Wow.
Which is why the Hangman is upside down, because he sees things differently.
Oh my gosh. I like that card.
Yeah. And so once you learn to release that, then you start going through a transformation, and this is when your ego dies.
Oh my god.
So this is like the death of your ego.
Wow.
And so you go through this transformation, and then you come out as a temperate person, which this means that whatever happens to you, you can look at it
You're like
holistically.
Yeah,
and
you
at peace.
accept things.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
So like in the past, when people would be like an asshole to me, I'd be like, oh, why is that person an asshole? If you can let go, you can look at it differently. And now you think, oh, it's their job to be an asshole. It's okay.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And so this is like where I'm trying to get to right now. And it's hard. It's like I'm constantly...
Yeah, this is like where we are.
Yeah.
This area.
Yeah. But then once you become a temperate person, this is when you can really let everything go. And that's where the devil comes in. It's like a release of all of these inner... it's like the release of everything the ego is trying to hold back.
Oh, wow.
And so,
my gosh.
because this is when you say, fuck it, I'm going to do what I want.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat the foods that I like to eat, and I'm going to live to be happy, and I'm going to not listen to what anybody else is telling me to do, and I'm going to follow my heart.
Yeah.
So the devil is really about, like, a total release of yourself.
Wow.
But then, sometimes it's an external source that actually it pushes you to change. Because we need drastic things to happen in our lives in order to continue to grow. And so the tower is like, it's something from outside that changes your perception of things. And so after this happens, this is like the true death. This is your lowest low.
Oh,
and
wow.
This is the point where you actually travel into the unconscious. And so, like, the high priestess, this is the veil here, And then beyond the veil is the secrets of the universe. And so by the time you release everything and you hit rock bottom, basically, then you start to see things for what they really are.
Mm.
And so if you see here in the moon, these posts here, these are actually these pillars. But you're seeing them from the other side.
Oh, wow.
And so you're traveling back up through the unconscious.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So this is when you like are doing this like internal journey.
Yeah.
And figuring out like who you are.
Yeah.
And then how you come out through the other side and
Yeah.
and you end up there.
Yeah. And see, most people don't get past the chariot.
Wow.
But then even if you do get to here, it's even more difficult to deal with
Oh
the
my
really
God.
shitty stuff that happens. You know? And it's hard for people to let everything go and to
Yeah.
truly be themselves because they're still worried about, you know, their stability or what people might think.
Yeah.
The star here it's all about hope. It's about seeing,
Oh wow.
you know, it's about seeing the future not for what you want it to be, for what it is, and to be hopeful about that. And then the moon is about, it's like this illusion.
Christmas, guys.
Oh my gosh! Merry
Yeah,
Christmas!
leaving tomorrow.
Have a safe trip.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah, who was that?
Allison, she's
Allison?
leaving for Christmas already.
Oh.
Man.
Yeah, so the moon is like illusions, and you're beginning to see them grow and change. So what you thought was real isn't. You know? These are a little bit more
wow.
difficult for me to explain because I haven't gotten here yet. Like in my life. But
Well, it's like knowing where you've been.
yeah.
It's like in Moana.
Yeah.
It's
Oh my
it's
gosh.
Now he says like you have to know where you've been to like it's getting to where you are by knowing where you've been or something like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's like you have to be able to look at what you've been through in a way where you without any judgment, and so you can kind of separate yourself from it and then like learn how to, you know, like get over it basically,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's how I interpret that.
Yeah.
Because then it's also like you see that you're in this area, so you like recognize like that you're going through this right now, and
Right.
that's like when you're starting to like be okay with it too. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so then the
I think
sun.
that's where I am right now.
This is like unconscious too. So this is something that you might. It's all about illusions. Like you
Oh.
might not think about it
Oh
openly,
wow.
but it's there lurking.
Oh cool.
You know. And then the sun. This is when you wake up, basically.
Oh, wow.
So this is where you can re-enter the world as
Oh.
a new.
This is like a little baby
Yeah.
guy.
So it's like a new appreciation for the world.
Oh wow, that's great.
And then judgment is all about you. This is like the moment that you wake up, and then judgment is the moment when you return to the world.
I see.
You know, this is like your rebirth.
Oh my gosh.
So after what happened here in The Devil in the Tower, you've now died. You know, you've been to your past life, which is
Wow.
the star, the moon, and the sun, and this is when you wake up again in this life.
That's awesome.
And then the world is what all of this is trying to get to, which is it's like you've merged the magician and the high priestess, and now you are a complete person.
Oh
You
my
know?
gosh.
And it's like you are no different from your eternal self
Wow.
because you've learned all of this.
I got that card today.
Yeah.
That's awesome.